we played really well at times. Like we had a chance to win that game by 25, nearly even 30 points at times. You know, we really moved the ball well. We did a lot of good things defensively. And then we just, you know, our foul trouble and a couple of calls went our way in that second half, and we just lost focus. And then obviously they're a prideful team, but still 11 up with a couple, you know, whatever it was, a couple of minutes to go, should never have got back to that stage. You know, like I said, you know, I'm very, very proud of our team. We're still a work in progress. We're still, you know, very fragile. But today we showed real fight and determination. I thought that CJ was a big part of that. I thought he played tremendous, like really giving up his body and doing a lot of good basketball things. And then the person to my right, you know, when I came to KBS, you know, I really have always wanted to coach Kevin. And you know, he's had some injuries. He's worked, but he's worked really hard. And you know, today, like I saw a different Kevin, because before the game he was so locked in, and he was one of the reasons why we won the game. I mean, just an incredible defensive effort. And you know what? It kind of shows you how good KJ Buffin is. You know, he ends up with 39 points, you know, and we did everything we can to take the ball out of his hands, and, you know, he's still one of the best players in the league. So we have to now build upon this. We have a break, and then obviously we have 3 must-win games against Pacific, against Hangtuo, and against Sachiwakana. And then after that, if we have been able to win those games, then we're going to be in a position to be back in the thick of the fighting. But you know, one game at a time, and we are, you know, very happy with how we came.
Okay, thank you, Coach. For Moses, do you have any comments for today match?
Ya komennya apa ya, capek sih gue. Tapi ya seneng udah bisa menang. Jadi ada break beberapa break apa nih, Idul Fitri, lumayan lah bisa beristirahat sebentar sebelum latihan lagi, sebelum ntar berapa minggu lagi sih, 2 minggu 3 minggu ya, 2 minggu sebelum tanding lagi kita mengakhiri dengan menutup Idul Fitri ini, Ramadan ini dengan kemenangan. Jadi semoga bisa terus vibes-nya terus positif buat next sisa game-game di season ini.
Baik, terima kasih teman-teman udah, silakan kalau mau bertanya.
Coach, obviously this team underperformed in the first half of the season and in the first 13 games, but can you just talk about how is your team facing or handling this adversity, and what do you want to work on or do you want to see from the team in the last 7 games of the season?
You know, yeah, you're right. I mean, you know, the way the season started, and then obviously, you know, we lost key crucial games. And the problem is that the way the league is structured this year, you know, I made a mistake. You know, I'm feeling that there has to be a rhythm. One thing I will say, which I've always said, you know, I try to explain that to everyone that is close to our team. My way of coaching is that we get better from the first game all the way through the season. And I never felt that we had the chance in the first 10 games to have any chance of like really improving, because we just weren't practicing on a consistent basis. I thought the schedule was like completely against us, which it was, no doubt. And then obviously we caught a little break because we had a longer break than most teams. We were able to bring CJ in, which has been a complete breath of fresh air. We had Ray. We think Ray is going to be even better than what he shows at this moment. I think he's showed he's one of the best offensive players, but I think he can be even better. And you know what, we kind of like knuckled down. But at this moment, we're still struggling with a few injuries. Like, you know, Andre and Nuke weren't here today. They give us more players in the rotation. And we're just like, you know, we've disconnected from obviously those top teams. But if anyone watched the Bogor game last week, you know, Bogor smashed other teams. You know, we were there. We were 10 points up a couple of times, and we had our chances in the second half. We just didn't make that, and that's happened throughout the season. So, we've got to get complete belief, complete buy-in. I think we're still a little fragile, but I think if we can and then go up against the bigger teams, I think we have the makings of a good team. At this moment, I still don't know where we're going to be, but I still think that we can challenge or put ourselves in a good position for the playoffs, and then anything can happen.
Oke, thank you coach. Silakan teman-teman media yang lain.
Coach, just want to ask about what do you think about the bench players only scoring a total of 2 points?
Well, listen, the reason why Kevin is here is because sometimes you don't have to score to affect the game. I thought his complete desire and intensity was off the charts today. Like his energy and effort and determination. I mean, he must have stole the ball 3 or 4 times. He must have disrupted 4 or 5 possessions. So yeah, it's a concern. I think that we don't seem to be able to get Comink in a rhythm. And that's because like the imports are dominating the games at this moment. That's our biggest problem. But we need to get Comink going, and we need to get Nuke or Andre, shooting, because I think that they're going to be more open when they come back. And then, I think that, Agus missed that wide open layup. So yeah, it's a little frustrating, but I think that's something we can work on in the second half of the season.
What are your plans for the break before April?
Me or the team?
Yeah, the team.
Well, we're going to take a few days off because we don't play for 3 weeks. It's obviously Ramadan. We have to respect that. So we have some players and staff that are all going away. But when we come back in, we're going to really work hard, and we're going to really push ourselves. And it's the only way that I know how to coach. I think that we have the makings of a good team. We do need to work on our conditioning. And, let's see where we go from there. But I think that you will see our team playing continuously better in the next period of time.
Kak Kevin, kira-kira di overtime tadi ada perubahan strategi nggak untuk overtime tadi?
Enggak sih, sebenarnya nggak ada perubahan strategi masih sama. Cuma lebih locked in aja karena ya 5 menit yang menentukan bakal menang atau enggak kan. Gitu ya sih.
Thank you.
Okay, so the post-match press conference done. Thank you, coach. Thank you, player. Good night. Conference Run Simba Bogor melawan Kesatria Bengawan Solo. Apakah ada komentar untuk permainan hari ini? Coach Joko, silakan.
Berat ya kita kalah di overtime ya, sebenarnya bisa mengambil game ini ya, cuma kita kehilangan momentum. Cuma yang garis besar evaluasi ya, kita startnya terlalu lambat, kita terlalu jauh di kuarter 1 ya, tidak merespon cepat transisi defense ya, kita banyak kena di transisi defense, kita kena 36 poin ya, itu terlalu tinggi ya. Itu yang kita perbaiki di second half. Sebenarnya second half sudah bagus, kita perbaiki, mereka di third quarter cuma 2 poin di transisi dan kita bisa kembali dan maksa overtime ya. Saya lagi ya, momentum hilang saat kita udah leading 6 poin di overtime, habis itu kita turnover dan hilang momentum di situ. Tapi juga kita perlu perbaiki lagi ya, free throw kita cuma di 52%, itu sangat sedikit ya, harusnya bisa kalau free throw kita lebih baik mungkin di 70% mungkin kita bisa menangin game ini ya. Itu aja ya. Tapi saya tetap beri kredit ke para pemain ya, mereka udah fight sampai overtime, yang ngejar ketinggalan dari 20 poin bisa sampai di overtime ya. Itu aja.
Baik, terima kasih Coach Joko. Untuk Regi, apa ada komentar untuk permainan hari ini?
Kalau dari saya sama kayak Coach Joko, kita di quarter pertama di first half kurang agresif, jadi kayak kasih suap momentum ke KBS itu aja. Dan buat bounce back leading berapa ya tadi? 19 ya? Biggest list 21. Jadi agak berat emang kalau kejarnya. That's it.
Oke, Coach, persiapan nanti untuk melewati Ramadan ini apa Coach kira-kira Coach?
Ya, kita Ramadan kita break ya, break 1 minggu, cuma kita tetap kasih program ke para pemain. Walaupun ya Ramadan kalau bisa ya tetap workout, karena situasi ya tidak bagus ya, kita harus next game kita lawan big team ya, kita harus tetap jaga kondisinya. Saya harapkan saya tekan ke pemain tetap walaupun libur tetap jaga kondisinya, rest tapi tetap aktif. Yang apalagi yang nggak Ramadan ya, kalau bisa tetap latihan di gym ataupun di lapangan untuk shooting.
Baik, terima kasih Coach. Post match press conference